All right, let's do this. Tuesday, February 24th. Let's keep this as short as possible, shall we? It's been a long day, a tough day. So let's start with NVDA. Why not? This will be one of the corporate highlights of the week, right? NVIDIA settled up 0.7%, 192.85. There are people out there, I see some people drawing a head and shoulders on this, which is, I can understand. I mean, look, note that the two top candles are black. They're topping candles, and they did play out, right? We went from 212 down to 169, 170, 171. So you can argue there's a neckline across here. Note the 200 day 173. That'll probably be 174 tomorrow. So the issue is, does Nvidia break up and away? Where's it going to break down? And again, if it breaks, you see any price action under the 200 day, then 150, which is a fair way down. For the record, I am not short or long. I am thinking I should just leave it the hell alone. I have enough problems without getting involved in this. It is tempting. If I had to trade it, I would be short. But I don't have to trade it. I can just sit back and watch it. One consideration I am thinking is if maybe on Thursday it opened up a little bit, I could maybe short it on as long as it wasn't up more than say 2, 3, 4%, I could short that and then look for a black candle and then think, hey, this can maybe come down and take out the 200 day, early, mid March, and then come down to 150 late March, early April. That's a valid trade. That's certainly a more cautious trade. The more cautious will not trade this for earnings. They'll leave it alone. They'll leave it alone and wait. Let's just jump to the main market. So S&P opened weak. We had an upside turnaround, setting up broadly higher 0.8%. So I'm guessing tomorrow morning, early Wednesday, we could be printing 69.50, 69.60. The bears do not want to see much above this. Clearly, if we go above 7K, then kiss all of this goodbye. But in theory, we're going to open up regardless tomorrow. So maybe look for a black. If we gap up, say 40 points or more, maybe we end up with a black candle tomorrow, which would lean pretty bearish for Thursday. That's something to watch for. Maybe we have a black candle tomorrow, in which case Thursday it's red, and maybe Friday we settle around here, which isn't that bold considering we're here this morning, right? But I am inclined, based on a number of other stocks, to get down the purple gap in early mid March. We'll skip the VIX. Well, maybe we won't. I mean, bearish engulfing candle, probably VIX will come down 18, 17s tomorrow and then maybe bounce. Clearly, if an attack on Iran threatens a spike 28 to 30, all right, onwards and forwards. Let's go as quickly as we can. Apple, 2.2%. I forget why. Why was that one up today? I don't remember. That's impressive. New historic high. Agnico Eagle. I mean, I've been calling it the sector leader, and it's just another reminder. It broke a new historic high yesterday, done it again today. This is the sector leader of all the miners, even better than Barrick Gold or Newmont. This is the sector leader, and it's a pretty top tier company. American Eagle, 0.5%. Is that a black candle? No, but that is a bear flag that played out yesterday. To fully play out, you need to come down at least to 2019. This Majestic Silver, wow, look at that. 3.2%, new historic high. Bullish engulfing candle. That's bullish for Wednesday. Look at these candles here. Look. 20 but actually look at that. $20 last week. 29. That's almost 50% in like 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Almost 50% in 6 days. Wow. That's impressive. AMD up 9%-ish. What was that about? Oh, that's right, the Meta deal. Barrett Gold, bullish engulfing candle. A lot of bullish engulfing candles for the miners. Bank of America trying to spike, put in a floor from the 200-day, but it was pierced. We didn't do that here. We didn't do that. We see it tested in May. So I was concerned of it as an AI app that might take over some investment banking stuff. Underlying strength in Caterpillar, 1.5%. Kamiko, 2%. Got to be bullish uranium in the long term. This is horrible. This is horrible. Look at this. What is that? You know what that is, right? That's a bear flag. That's a bear flag. It's terrible. Coinbase, a little bit higher. Deckers. What was yesterday's candle? Hollow red reversal. Played out, as they usually do. Another bullish engulfing candle on Endeavor Silver. Endeavor Silver EXK has earnings Friday morning, which should be good. Ford up 4%. I'm surprised at this strength. Car sales are not good. Freeport McMoran up 3.5%. Google struggling. Boom, deep. Oh, I didn't notice. There it is. Look at that. So earnings were not good. I know the mainstream were trying to suggest that earnings were offering a turnaround, and ironically, the real turnaround was in the stock. Stock was initially up 4%, closed up 2%. Black candle, bearish, and earnings were not good. They had an annual decline in annual sales of 3.8%. That is not good, especially when you factor in inflation. This is a problem. That black candle's bearish for Wednesday. We should be red at some point. Heckler reversal candle, bullish for Wednesday. Intel, we have a little bit of support from the 50-day. I mean, that's a big gain, 5.7%. Wow. Helped by clearly AMD. Joby trying to find the floor, but my concern would be the main market. JP Morgan was down on that concern about an AI app for investment banking. Took out the 200-day, settled 30 cents under the 200-day. Hasn't done that since April. So again, we're underlying weakness here. Putting in lower highs, lower lows. That ain't bullish. And on a monthly chart, JP Morgan looks pretty bad. KKR bouncing 3.8%. But again, look, we even broke a lower low in early morning. Lower high, lower low. That ain't bullish. You got to think the April 85s will be tested. Don't care. MP Materials up 4.9. Microsoft trying to spike from a key support threshold. I could understand some people thinking, hey, look, we need to go up the green gap first. I could understand that. And Netflix up 2.7%. Today's candle is actually bullish engulfing. But again, none of this is good, right? This is all horrible. Nike, 1.6%. Bullish for early Wednesday. We covered NVDA. Honda's up 2.1%. Pan American Silver, you see the early weakness there, but they recovered. Palantir, Still struggle today, down 1.3%. It's not great, is it? Underlying weakness. And look at that black candle from the 200-day, and then it played out amazingly, and then we're still putting in lower highs, lower lows. I think this is $100 in March. PayPal up another 6.7%. But look, this is 47. This was 79 a few months ago. This is still not good, right? This is still horrible. So the hope, of course, is clearly that they're going to be bought out by somebody. Maybe they will. Rocket Lab actually has earnings Thursday after hours, which should be good. They should have a very positive outlook. Great example, actually. Look at this. Beautiful little spike from the 200-day. From 37 to 99. What an incredible run across basically 2 months. 2 months. More than doubled. Very good company. Absolutely midterm bullish, this one. I like it a lot. And you got to think SpaceX IPO coming this summer. That's going to kind of suck this one up into a low Earth orbit. Bullish Rocket Lab. I would be concerned about the main market short term, but again, midterm, absolutely bullish. SMR trying to vainly go up, but this is a disaster. Okay, about target. Tesla at 2.4. Again, trying to hold the 200-day. Okay, we have a bullish engulfing candle in take two. That's bullish for Wednesday. United Airlines up 5%. UNH down 3%. Concerns that there might be something in the Trump speech, I guess, maybe. None of this is good, right? I mean, you could argue this is all just chop, right? I would accept that. But, it's weakening. Actually, look at that. Momentum's due to turn negative either tomorrow or Thursday. Got to think the August 231s are vulnerable. UPS up 0.3%. There was some kind of court judgment today about drivers being offered, 150K to retire or something. Very midterm bullish. I mean, it's had a good run, right? Exxon. Structure is setting up to become a bullish pennant. That would be provisionally confirmed if we go above 153. That would be fully confirmed if we go above 155. That does actually remind me of oil. Let's go cover that. So oil was officially down 23 cents, 0.3% to 66.08. I will jump across actually to the USO chart. But yeah, look at USO. Excuse me. Black candle. Yesterday's black candle played out. We were down about 1% in the afternoon, and there was a little bounce at the end of the day. I'm still thinking we have a pretty good chance of getting down to orange gap either on Wednesday or Thursday. I want to be buying oil with this. Give me orange gap, and I'm a buyer. But I'm not buying up. I'm not buying up here. No way. If it runs away from me, fine. I can live with that. But my concern is that if I buy right now, that within a day or two, damn thing's got to come down to orange gap, then I'll be underwater at least for till later part of next week. But yeah, give me orange gap on Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm a buyer. Finally, gold silver we should cover. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at Mon SLV instead. SLV so down 1.8%. Actually, today's candle's a reversal. Momentum turned fractionally positive. So the setup is bullish for the near term. So in theory, tomorrow's going to be up. If you look at it on a 60-minute, You can argue this is consolidation and that we're going to push against 82. If we can clear 82, then we got 89 and 90. 90 is 10 bucks up. And I'm wondering why the hell am I not in this trade right now? Like, oh my God, I'm gonna get annoyed. I'm gonna be annoyed if I'm not, if I see this go up to 90 bucks. And we get this red gap down here. How are we gonna get down there? Lower Bollinger's offering a support wall at 74. There's a partly filled gap here, but you could argue that that's been tagged and done with. I don't know. It's frustrating. It's hard to get an entry sometimes on these things. Something that's acceptable. When look at there, yeah, I mean, this morning I could have bought on that candle there, and I would have sold around here. It's tradable intraday. Anyway, we should leave it there. And yeah, actually, the only other thing is crypto. Look at Bitcoin, 64K. We got down to 62K today. 62. We're only 2,000 from critical support of 60,000. This is not good, right? There's nothing great here. I mean, look at all this. This is just a chop fest with bearish consolidation, and they smashed it again. I mean, I am seeing even when some of the people out there are bullish, they are acknowledging the fact that crypto looks like Bitcoin's going to be down to 50K sooner or later, right? And it's a fair well way down. It's a good 20%. Anyway, what do we want to highlight? Closing chart should be, you know what? Let's do a big giant one. Um, Look at that. So we have 3 trading days left in the month. The S&P is currently net lower by 48 points, 0.7%. The current candle is actually, well, it's just outright red. It's not a reversal. There was a reversal candle in December, which played out. But yeah, momentum is still weakening. Nobody cares. Nobody seems to notice or care, but it's weakening. March looks a problem. April looks more of a problem than March. So I would accept maybe March leans, I mean, in theory, look what happened last March. We came down, and of course, early April was capitulation, and we hyper spiked. We could have that this year. It would be very, very odd if we did, but you know, if we can break under the 10 MA in March at any point, I would be looking for maybe 5,500, which I accept right now is crazy talk. And certainly, if we go above 7,002, then you know any kind of downside talk could be just dropped. But if we do remain stuck, then there's still a chance for the bears. And lower prices would make for a much more comfortable buying level before the SpaceX IPO in the summer. Yeah, what a run. Anyway, let's leave it there. Enjoy the show later. Good night.